Good afternoon, good night, wherever you are in internet world. Welcome to another edition of Golden Independence. We are here where the we are here with the billionaires play right here in lovely Bermuda. It's another beautiful day. Doing my documentary uh, Bitcoin journey. Um, and also, a friendly reminder to the opportunity that uh, I've found, and I think it is the best thing, the best kept secret in the crypto world. I mean, crypto itself means secret, right? So there are many opportunities, wealth building opportunities, income generation opportunities available in the crypto space. And if you take a little bit of time, right, a little bit, just a little, it could really maximize uh, your quality of life. Yeah. Um, you know, with the world, right? The world is now focused on one particular crypto opportunity, which is the first initial crypto, which is Bitcoin. And whoever has the courage to study Bitcoin will find themselves slowly being illuminated to a life of possibilities. And I'm I'm fortunate to have taken those steps. And that's not to say that I know fully what Bitcoin is, um, because nobody knows what Bitcoin is, because we're just scratching the surface of what Bitcoin can do. But for now, all the world governments are looking at a sovereign asset and something that really has scarcity as well as value. And that value is manifesting itself in the monetary sense, which is creating a level of freedom that has never been seen in history, which makes this point in time one of the which is going to be referred to the greatest moments of history in this generation, in our lifetime. And I'm extremely fortunate uh, to be a part of it, as well as to be a part of the new opportunities that are going to create the new crypto, or not crypto, but the new Bitcoin millionaires and billionaires. If you haven't heard by now, nations are FOMOing in to Bitcoin. Nations outside of the US, nations like Russia, nations like Spain, uh, nations like Portugal, nations like Saudi Arabia, nations like Brazil, nations uh, like China through Hong Kong. Very key, right? Through Hong Kong. So Hong Kong will be building a strategic Bitcoin reserve on behalf of China. Things like this is major, ladies and gentlemen. It's just going to be a matter of time before one Satoshi equals $1. Right now, $1 can get you approximately 1,000 Satoshis, just a little bit over 1,000 Satoshis. If you have the opportunity to start really dollar cost averaging into Bitcoin, I strongly encourage you to do it now, because in the near future, you will not be able to have the opportunity to purchase Bitcoin, ladies and gentlemen. All the other cryptos, yes, right? All the other distractions is what I call it. Absolutely, Quinn 999, wealth and abundance. I agree. Wealth and abundance is upon us. Yeah. Especially for those who are involved in the new stages of Bitcoin mining. I hope you're positioned, Quinn 999, in the future of Bitcoin mining. But I digress. I want to get back to dollar cost averaging and acquiring as much Bitcoin as possible, and not to be distracted with the other cryptocurrencies, because the other cryptocurrencies are going to be there because governments are not going to stockpile none of the other tens of thousands of cryptocurrencies that are out there, right? So the other cryptocurrencies, that's for everybody else to play in their sandbox. They're not going to be adopted by nations as a store of value. This means, well, if you just extrapolate into the future, if you will, if we take this narrative, if nations are looking to stockpile it because they either have the ability to borrow money or print money, or use their resources to mine for it, or even sell resources like oil, like they'll sell their oil for Bitcoin, or they'll sell their gold for Bitcoin, or they'll sell, their silver for Bitcoin, or they'll sell their their rare earth metals for Bitcoin. Yes, this is the type of trade that nations like Russia are already doing. They could sell their oil for Bitcoin. Hello? They could sell their agriculture for Bitcoin. This is a major game changer when it comes to global trade, and nobody could stop it. So what happens when one Satoshi equals $1? Well, because Bitcoin is infinitely divisible, the decimal places are just going to keep going down, right? So that the Satoshi becomes more valuable. Or in the realm of BitHarvest, one Satoshi will be one Satoshi, because there are several more zeros after the 8th zero that the mainstream looks at Bitcoin when they see when they see the fractional Bitcoin. It only has 8 decimal places. But with the opportunity that I'm involved with, which is BitHarvest, you see my videos, you know I talk about BitHarvest. BitHarvest goes beyond the 8th zero, right? And we get that amount of Satoshis. Those Satoshis are included as well, which means that soon, very, very soon, we are going to witness wealth like beyond Warren Buffett, beyond Donald Trump, beyond Elon Musk. We will be the new financial backers of venture capitalism. Those who are involved with the digital mining of Bitcoin. Those of us who get involved with the digital mining of Bitcoin early, like right now, in this cycle. Not 5 years later, right? Not after when everything gets cut in half. Yeah. There's going to come a time, ladies and gentlemen, when we will be earning or mining Satoshis, the same amount of Satoshis now, the same amount of Satoshis. And if you go through my videos, you would see the numbers and all that. Have a look. But you will see that very soon the Satoshis will be $1,000 a day. They'll be valued at $1,000 a day. And that will come when Bitcoin goes to 100 million. You see, when Bitcoin goes to 1 million, one Satoshi will equal a penny. When Bitcoin goes to 100 million, Bitcoin will be worth $1. When Bitcoin goes a billion, one Satoshi will equal $10. You see what I'm saying? When one Bitcoin equals 10 billion, one Satoshi will be $100. Just one Satoshi will be $100. The one Satoshi. So imagine if we're mining tens of thousands of Satoshis or thousands of Satoshis. We're going to be mining 1,000 Satoshis a day, 2,000 Satoshis a day. That will be the equivalent of $1,000 a day, $2,000 a day. Yes. That means when in the future, when an individual comes in and they get a booster for $1,000, they would have made their initial investment back within 48 hours, as soon as it gets activated, basically. Because the amount of Satoshis that you're going to get are going to be valued more than the initial investment of $1,000, right? So maybe the race to one Bitcoin, in my view, in my opinion, shouldn't be the mantra. I would suggest that the mantra of this cycle, if you're following this channel, is just get one BitBooster. Just one BitBooster, $1,000. Because the average person doesn't even have $1,000 saved. But if you are able to save $1,000, if you're involved in crypto, if you get involved in crypto and you start putting $100 every month into BitHarvest, for example, and work your way up to a full booster, and just leave it. you will be setting yourself up for generational wealth beyond belief. Just one bit booster, just one. We're not talking about 10 and 100. No, it's with the information that's out right now. Um, it's not even necessary to have 100 or 10. But if you want, yes, of course, by all means, if that's what you want to do, you know, please, to each their own. To each their own. However, I would like to suggest that in doing so, in acquiring an income producing asset, something for you to consider, an opportunity to continuously, on a consistent basis, acquire an asset in your sleep or while you're doing whatever. While you're working, while you're having a conversation, while you're with your children, you know that there's something working in the background for you. And this is the type of leverage that is available to anyone who has an internet connection. If you are able to play in the crypto markets, then, and if you're watching this video, I strongly recommend you have a look at BitHarvest.io if you're really serious about wealth protection and preservation. Because Bitcoin, the value of Bitcoin is about to go to places, it's going to be jaw-dropping, right? It's going to be jaw-dropping. And you know what? I was having a conversation with another crypto friend, a crypto buddy, a Bitcoin buddy. I was having a convo with a Bitcoin buddy, and we were talking, and we said, you know what? Even when we are mining satoshis and it's $10,000 a day, people still aren't gonna come. And you know what I said? I told him, I said, you know what? You're right. You're right. They still won't. They still won't get involved. They're still not gonna come. It's like people are just asleep, or they think they could do so much better. But I'm telling you this right now, I'm not always gonna be um, on this platform talking about how much, what the mining thing is. I'm doing it now before it gets there, because once it gets there, I'm not going to be saying what it's doing. I'm just going to be, living my life. You're just going to see me traveling, going to different places, just like how you see me going to different spots, different places during the day. Because that's how Bitcoin has helped me, right? Because right now, I'm experiencing time freedom, and it's because I have adopted the Bitcoin state of mind. Because right now, it's people who watch this, they're working, they're at their day job, they're at the second job, they may be at the third job, working, hustling. But in the future, when you see me posting from Brazil, or when you see me posting from Dubai, or when you see me posting from Hong Kong, and all the Bitcoin friendly nations, Switzerland, Sweden, it's going to speak for itself. And, I hope the best for everyone in the coming days ahead, because things are not going to get any better, ladies and gentlemen. They're not, unless you take action, right? Unless you build up your financial literacy. If you're not educating yourself in financial literacy, then things are not going to get better for you or your family. But if you are someone who's tired of the rat race, you're tired of of all the distractions, this circular way of life where there's no change, and it seems to be dull and drool. Yeah, you want to have a look at Bitcoin. Study Bitcoin. Start accumulating Bitcoin. Even if you don't know, find out how you could convert your first $100 into Bitcoin. Do that first. You know, do that first. Learn about Bitcoin. And when you start to feel more comfortable about Bitcoin and how to move digital assets around in cyberspace, we'll be here. The platform will be here. And you can always click on the link in the description box below of any one of my videos and set yourself up with an income producing asset that continuously adds wealth to your portfolio. Yeah, because one of the greatest lessons that Bitcoin can teach you is patience, because Bitcoin is not a get rich quick scheme. Bitcoin rewards those who have the patience to hold. And now, right? I mean, we still have to wait. We still have to wait. We have to huddle. We have to hold, right? And we have to be vigilant for other opportunities that are out there. Other opportunities like BitHarvest, right? We have to keep our ears to the ground as cryptopreneurs. We have to keep our ears to the ground to new advancements that are coming out that allow us to hold on to our assets, leverage our assets to get the cash, spend the cash, but keep the asset. We got to wait for those opportunities, and those opportunities are going to come this year. They're going to come out this year. Once the United States goes forward with their strategic Bitcoin reserve, we on the Western side will we will be alerted or informed, or we will see all of the opportunities, the business platforms that will say, hey, bring your Bitcoin here. And, you know, if you want to, you could get a loan with your Bitcoin. Yeah. Those days are going to come. Those days are coming really, really quickly. Right? And you won't need a whole lot of Bitcoin. It's going to be Satoshis at the Satoshi level, ladies and gentlemen. Like I said, if we're mining thousands, if not tens of thousands of Satoshis per day, and if one Satoshi equals $1, and we're mining, if you're mining 2,000 Satoshis a day, right? You could easily take 10,000 Satoshis to a bank and say, hey, yes, I'd like to borrow $10,000, because remember, $1, one Satoshi will equal $1. And if you got 10,000 Satoshis, that'll be at the end of a week. And all you put up was $500, $600 initially. $500 to $600 initially, and you're generating, and in the future, you'll have $10,000 at the end of a week, that you would then be able to move to a bank and say, hey, I'd like to borrow $10,000 just by having your Satoshis there, your 10,000 Satoshis. And if you want to borrow more money, you put some more Satoshis there. but your Satoshis don't go anywhere. But the Satoshis are going to increase in value. So when the Satoshis start to increase in value, guess what? Hey, you know the loan gets repaid, right? It's incredible because the value of the asset will outweigh the loan. Um, yeah, it's beautiful times ahead. It's beautiful times ahead. You know, I love talking about that part. I love talking about the lending part. It's so many, it's so many possibilities in that area, in that arena, which is which is why BitHarvest really uh, settles my soul, and it tells me that hey, hold on, hold on, because soon, very soon, we are going to experience freedom like we've never seen. Freedom, because Bitcoin is about freedom. Satoshis are about freedom, ladies and gentlemen. What we are about to experience, our best life, is still ahead of us. Yeah. So feel free to give a thumbs up. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. I want to welcome all my new subscribers. Thanks for tuning in. I want to welcome everyone who did get a BitBooster and continue to get more BitBoosters. Well done. You know, because everybody's journey is different. Everybody has a different vision for their life, right? Know your number. That's right. Know your number for what you see and what you're willing to put up and even exit. Yeah, because life happens, and that's why Bitcoin is her, right? Life happens, ladies and gentlemen. This is why people are taking profits, right? Don't get mad at people taking profits at 100,000 or 90,000 because they held on from $100. They held on to their Bitcoin at $500. They held on to their Bitcoin at $1,000 because they held on to their Bitcoin at $10,000. Or they held on to their Bitcoin when it was at $20,000. Or they held on to their Bitcoin even at $50,000. Nobody knows why people have to take profits. But guess who's not going to sell, ladies and gentlemen? This is the warning. Guess who's not going to sell? The nation states. And the nation states are now eyeing up the digital asset. So this is what makes BitHarvest extremely important, right? Because if you sell your Bitcoin or your Satoshis, or if you sell $2,000 worth of Satoshis, and then the very next day the 2,000 goes up to the same $2,000 worth of Satoshis can go up to $3,000 next week. But that won't affect the people who are invested or involved, I should say, who are involved with BitHarvest, because we are going to get the same amount of Satoshis, and the same amount of Satoshis will have the value of the 3,000. So in other words, we will be the market because we are the new miners. It's the miners that provide for the market. So we are the market. The market has to come to us, and the market is coming. Stay blessed, ladies and gentlemen. Keep educating yourself about Bitcoin. Have a look into BitHarvest.io. Give us a thumbs up, hit subscribe. If I haven't said that already, make sure you hit the bell button so you get all of the notifications. Bless up. Peace. Keep stacking.